has in fact, and the NTA in fact has voluntarily come forward and participated in this investigation and given all documents that will support the investigation process. So the investigation process is not yet over, but the fact is that NTA has been so cooperative. So the extent of cooperation they are extending is only symptomatic of the fact that NTA has nothing to hide.
Can I just answer the question? Yes. So the first point is you have to realize that over the last few years, the number of people who have appeared for NEET has exponentially increased. This time, 24 lakh people have participated in the examination. Therefore, in an examination conducted at this scale, perhaps some room can be made for certain lapses. Having said that, please, this is something that I think it's important for your viewers to note. There has been no closure of the issue of any allegations with respect to the leak, nor has there been any stonewalling of that issue on the part of the NTA before the court. Okay? I don't see at least any non-cooperation, at least as someone who's appeared in the matter before the court. And if I may say so with the deepest of humility, the fact of the matter is the issue of compensatory marks has been addressed quickly, at least to the happiness of my client, for the simple reason that it would have been possible for somebody to take the position saying 24 lakh students have appeared, counseling is about to start, there is no question of us doing a retest for 1500 students at this particular stage. Instead, the position that has been taken is that we will conduct the examination latest by 23rd of June for these 1563 students, so that the counseling process starts on schedule by July. That is the position that was taken before the court. So while we can have certain issues with respect to the timing of it in terms of saying, should this have been done before or not, to the extent that we had raised an allegation, or rather we had raised a grievance before the court with respect to the grace marks, that stood addressed to a significant extent. That's all I have to say.
And also,
so are you saying it's all hunky-dory now, and everything is in order for the 24 lakh students who have appeared for this exam?
I am nobody to give a clean chit for the entire process, because all issues have not been completely put to bed, because the rest of the issues raised in the petitions with respect to the leak aspect of it, or allegations of leak, are still sub judice, and they're going to be taken up by the court on 8th of July. So close to 6 petitions on that aspect will be taken up by the Supreme Court. And I think as there is a bit more of investigation that's going on, so I will want to see what is the outcome of it. Nobody has given a clean chit so far on this particular aspect, nor have I seen any kind of evasive, non-cooperative attempts on the part of the NTA as far as this issue is concerned. I would say that it's time to wait and watch, simply because as a representative of the petitioner in the court, I do not wish to make any further statements after having approached the court.
All right. So Dr. Subramaniam, I want to ask you, you handle these students almost on a daily basis. I want to ask you, what does this do to the psyche of those students who are appearing for these exams? Is our examination system completely above board, or are there reforms that are still required in the 21st century where we can have a more foolproof system?
Yeah, I think considering the scale at which this examination has been conducted, I would say that it has been conducted in an organized manner. Look at just the number of centers as compared to the previous 2023. Last time we had around 4,000 centers, this time 4,750. More awareness, more sensitization, more preparedness levels of the students to take up this examination. And more importantly, one thing that we'll also have to understand is that the NEET syllabus this time has been calibrated to the revised syllabus of NCERT and many states boards that were done in 2022, whereas 2022-2023 NEET was relatively competitive than the school syllabi. Now that also has been adequately addressed, and it is in the interest of the students to have a compatibility between the school board syllabi and the NEET's curriculum and syllabi. There has been a level playing field for the students. So that, I think, has given the students an opportunity to take up this examination in a competitive manner. And because of that, you will see more number of students doing better than last year. So it's unfair to attribute any motives on the number of students who scored more, because that's how the way in which students are getting prepared to the new syllabi. Considering the scale at which this was organized, I think the NTA has done a good job in making sure that all the issues were adequately addressed.
Well, we'll wait and watch when investigations are complete. For now, for students, ray of hope is the dust settling over the entire controversy. Well, we'll continue to monitor the situation and get feedback from students who've been facing nightmares because of some errors that have taken place. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Dr. Subramaniam. Thank you, Sai Deepak. And thank you, viewers. Good to have you on the News Hour watching us. And thank you very much for your viewership during election week. And we're happy to continuously be called as the Election News headquarters. Thanks to your viewership that has always stayed with us. Thank you very much for your trust, and good night. Be safe.